Um, right now, I want to talk to y'all about self-love. Okay, love and self-love. The difference between the two is love is, for the most part, most people look at it as something you receive from outside of yourself, from somebody else. And I will get to that in another video. But this one is about self-love because first, no one can love you before you love yourself. Now, what I mean when I say that is a lot of people looking for love to come from somewhere else. And it can. Don't get me wrong. It can. But it is not recognized or well received if you don't love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself first, then you don't know the maximum of the best for yourself to expect from other people to treat you that way. If you don't love yourself, you'll accept anything from anybody. You'll accept the person cheating on you just because you think or you want them to love you. When you don't love yourself, because if you did, you wouldn't accept that from nobody. You'll accept somebody hitting on you, physically abusing you, because you're looking for that love to come from them when first you have to love yourself. Because if you love yourself, you won't allow anyone to abuse you. And with that, I don't mean like physically not allow somebody to abuse you, because if somebody is bigger or stronger than you, you can't stop them from physically abusing you. But what you can do is not stay with them. You can leave them. And believe me, on the topic of physical abuse, I know that, like, sometimes people, they say, well, it wasn't nothing I can do, and it was something that you could have done. Me personally, I don't want to get into that right now because that's a different topic, and I really would like to go in depth with that. But I just say that if you nip physical abuse in the bud, you won't have those problems. And in order to nip it in the bud, you have to love yourself first. If you love yourself, you will not accept mental or emotional abuse from anybody. Mental abuse is when somebody gets in your head space and they make you believe like, you're nothing, you ain't shit, so to speak. You are, you not worth nothing. I don't come home to you because you don't make me want to come home to you. That's mental. That gets in your head, and it's just like, and emotional abuse is quite similar. Instead of hurting here and constantly having you thinking, because look at me. I got my lip gloss in my hand, y'all. I meant to put it on my lips. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put it on my lips since it's in my hand. Sorry. The mental abuse and the emotional abuse are similar. Mental abuse usually goes on here. If you find yourself constantly thinking, oh, how can I please him? Or what did I do wrong? And all that kind of stuff, that's mental abuse. Emotional abuse, you usually feel heavier here in the heart area. Your heart is always sad. Oh my God, this isn't working. I really love him. I don't know why he doesn't love me the way I love him, and vice versa. Guys go through it sometimes too with girls. I'm not on here to male bash. I'm giving it to you straight. And to the point and keeping it real. Whoever bears the burden of doing what I'm talking about, then I'm talking to you. I'm talking about you. Some things are definitely attributed to men. Some things are definitely attributed to women. But a lot of things that people go through, it's not gender specific. So anybody can be mentally, physically, emotionally abusive to other people. You can even be spiritually abusive to somebody. If you're with somebody, and I'm stressing this one really, really strongly. If you're with someone who is very godly and church-like and everything like that. If you're not, don't step on their toes. Don't poke and prod at them and, mess with them and make fun of them, make fun of them, in their godly ways. Let them be with God. And if you ride with the devil, then you ride with the devil. And, don't tread on their ground, and respect them. And if you are the person that's with somebody that's not walking with God and you are, then you either, I don't know. Me personally, I wouldn't do it. But if you are the person that's walking with God and your mate is not walking with God, I don't see how that can work out. Anybody can change, but I see a lot of turmoil ahead for you. So if you're going through any of those things, you haven't learned to love yourself yet. Because once you love you, you're not going to accept anything less than what you think or what you deserve from somebody else, because you already given that to yourself. You're already, like me for instance, everything that my fiance does for me, I was already doing it for myself because I love me. I like flowers. I would love to receive flowers from someone, but if I don't, it's no big deal because I buy flowers for myself. I take myself out to eat. I send myself on shopping sprees. I give myself spa days. I do everything that you would think that you need from outside of yourself for somebody to feel like somebody loves you. You can do those things for yourself. And so when you get someone and they do those things for you, you'll appreciate them more, and they'll know, hey, I better do this stuff because that's what I want to do, because she or he can do these things for himself. She don't need me to do them. I don't need, vice versa. She don't need me to do them, or he doesn't need me to do them for him. He can do them for them. They can do those things for themselves. My tongue is tripping all over itself, right? So that's what this self-love thing is about. Love yourself first, because without that, I can promise you, you will never, ever, ever find the love you're looking for from somebody else, because nobody can love you better than you can. And it's good to see somebody try to love you at least as well as you can, because then you can accept it, you can take it all in, and you can appreciate it, because you won't feel like you're not worthy if this person doesn't do this or do that with you or for you, because you already given it to yourself, right? Self-love, promotion, keep it up, toodles.